I have some allocations that I use to get accounts set up. Asset allocation for a new account is not that important. Okay? It's not that important to asset allocate $50. Once this thing builds and grows, and I come back and see you, as a company annually, you have $10,000 or $15,000 in your account. We need to be looking at asset allocation. Okay? Right now, stocks have been on a rampage for 4 years. There's probably a good reason to have some bonds. Probably a good reason to have a blend right now. Okay? Interest rates have kind of stabilized. The stocks go up, bonds go down. They operate inversely. Okay? So if stocks have been on a rampage for 4 years, what do you think? We probably should maybe salt and pepper it with some bonds. Then asset allocation makes sense. Because you stand to maybe gain a little bit on the other side. But build a base up. Think about as when you're building a house. You build a good foundation, and then you put all the options. You put all the style in it, if you will. This middle section, growth and income funds and equity income funds, is a great place for you to look for the foundational type. At your ages, in this particular setting, I discourage 100% bond investing unless you simply can't sleep at night. Okay? Age has nothing to do with not being able to sleep at night. You can be 25 years old and be nervous about the stock market, and my opinion is you need to stay out. Okay? Sleep's better than money. So I'm not saying that it's a blanket statement that age has to do with your risk tolerance, but typically you should probably find a nice core right there in the growth and income, and that's just a blending, a little bit of both. Or the equity income funds. They've done a tremendous job long term. You can look at this summary sheet here on the front and look at the lifetime returns and think about all the tragedy that the newspapers throw at us every day. And the stock market's crashing, and things are, the economy's in trouble. But then what you do is you look and find a fund like the Investment Company of America that was started in 1934. Okay, just 4 years after the market started to become regulated after a small crash we had in 1929. It was an unregulated market. Okay, the government stepped in and said, we're going to regulate this stuff. These guys set up shop. 12.82% average return. That includes what just happened. Even a nicer number to look at is look at a 5-year number. That 5-year number included some of the worst years we had in the stock market percentage-wise in history. 2000, 2001. Very strong numbers there. At 12%, now I don't like to use that number to plan. I'd like to think that if you could shoot for an 8 to 10% return long term, but at 12%, your money will double every 7 years. You got a lot of 7-year periods. Okay, start adding them up between now and 60.
If you have children, is there any way that you could do a college fund with these funds, or something
Yes.
set away?
Yeah. American Funds has a 529 plan.
Can we participate in it?
You can. They have 2 different college savings plans. Well, 3 if you want to consider just an outright custodial account, which is a minor account. They have 2 qualified plans, a 529 educational savings plan and a Coverdell savings plan, which is similar to an IRA. Now, the difference between the two is the 529 is designed for college. Okay? This Coverdell education account, which has the smaller limits like the IRA, can actually be used for elementary education. Okay? So it's tax-deferred savings, potentially for private school in the 5th grade, should you need that. Which is, again, you have to have enough time for it to, get that tax deferral, the power of the tax deferral. It's a real valid option. If you have children,
the match is good for that one too?
No, this is outside of the company plan.
Okay.
Outside of the company plan. The company plan is the simple IRA. Okay? It is the simple IRA. Get on their website. There's so much educational information out there.
What is that website?
It's americansfunds.com. And
It's right here.
it's right on that instruction sheet. And you can do all the research you need there, or call me. You know, I'd love to talk to people, but I have a passion for people that will take this by the horns and actually start a program and start saving. Because I had the very first plan I set up was with a mattress company in High Point, and I literally have $6 and $7 an hour wage earners there out there, you know, tacking fabric, and they've been doing it for 12 years. They haven't touched their money. They've been the most consistent group of people that I've ever met. They just consistently put in their 20. And I have folks over there that have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 that they never would have had.
Yeah.
Okay, had I not had the opportunity to go in, and the employer took the, really took the expense of putting a plan in place. That match is a big expense, and it's helped a lot of these accounts grow. But now that they see the power, you couldn't get them to stop. You know, they're on fire about it. But one day they'll have the luxury of being able to use it for their income. You're building a money machine. Okay, that's exactly what you're building when you save money. I don't have anything more.
I have one more question.
Sure.
If we have a separate IRA, if we had a Roth, are we better off having our money in one place, or is it not really going to matter if we have two different IRAs?
It really doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's more of a...
The long-term growth will be about the same?
Yeah, your only thing you have to consider is the
Taxes.
ease of reporting, and the IRAs have trustee fees that are typically from 20 to 30. You know, banks are up to $50 per year. That you could be paying that twice, versus having your money in one account and just paying that trustee fee one time. Okay. That's associated with all IRA accounts, including this one, a trustee fee. So that may be all you're losing. I like to have all my things in one place, as long as you have enough choices, you know, that are appropriate for you. If you're looking for an internet stock fund, a real speculative sector type fund, this company does not have that. Okay, this is long-term growth. If you're looking for the latest and greatest, what are called sector funds, which invest only in a particular industry, you're not going to find that here. They never opened up www, mutual fund, which were raging and popular in the late 90s. Very, very popular. I don't see many ads for them anymore because they're all out of business. Okay.
Joy Lynn explained that the no-load funds tend to be that way because the brokers, this is what Joy Lynn said over lunch, that the brokers don't have a lot of confidence in it.
It could be. It could be. We find in 401k plans, if you take a real large company, a lot of times you'll find the no-load type funds feathered into those plans because they can't be sold anywhere else. If you really do your due diligence and study these funds, they underperform, and you really need somebody to hold your hand. Whether you think you know it all or not, I don't. I rely on them, but you really need to have a relationship, I think, when you're saving, and truly not do it on your own. I've had some plumbing experiences on my own. I'll never do it again. Okay, I can go on and on about what I thought I could do on my own, and it just usually long term doesn't pay off. Plumbers are expensive too.
Well, thanks, John.
Okay,
And we'll call
yes,
that
I
a wrap.
appreciate it.
Appreciate your time.